Greetings YouTube. Today I'm looking at an Ozark Trail knife. This is the Tan Flip opening knife. And let's see what we got on here. 3-inch stainless steel blade, 4-inch G10's handles, tan flipping opening knife. So there we go. Now, these claim to be G10. I don't know if they are G10. I'm going to be brutally honest with you, because they don't feel like G10. They feel like painted aluminum. So, it's the hardest G10 I've ever encountered, if that's G10. It just doesn't feel like G10 at all to me. It feels like aluminum. So, I don't know if that's truthful or not. But I did like the design. It looks like sculpted G10. I've seen G10 handles like this. It is a tip down, which is not my preference. I prefer tip up carry. Open design. A little jimping on there. Just a little jimping on the black of the blade. So there we go. It's got a nice little ramp. And the flipper becomes a nice guard. So that's very quite comfortable. The clip is not reversible, single position, which I normally I would say it's something we should avoid in the 21st century, but this is a $4 knife, so I'm going to give them cut them a little slack on that one. I'm not going to cut them a little slack in the fact that I don't think this is G10. It comes out of the box with a reasonably sharp edge, nothing all that exciting. It has a hollow grind here. This section is flat, has a secondary bevel, and has a nice swedge. And the swedge is nice and even. It is a nice touch. And because of this shape, you've got a very strong tip. If you ever were so inclined to do thrusting with this, you could thrust with this with a fair degree of safety because of the guard and that ramp. Ambidextrous thumb studs, which do not sit out too far. They're a little further out than I like, but not too far. And they've got the step design, so they're not going to be aggressive on your pocket or other gear if you have this clipped in place. There is no lanyard hole. Some people like those. I'm mixed on that. I can take them or leave them. I don't ever use lanyards. I always carry my knives in my pocket, and I don't think a lanyard's all that useful for me. But that's just me. In the flipper, not so much. It just, you don't get enough oomph. I could probably loosen this up enough to make that function, but I don't want to because, oops, sorry. There we go. Get the angle right. I can flip this with my thumb on the thumb studs, no problem, and that's how I prefer to open a knife. So the fact that the flipper isn't perfect doesn't bother me in the least. It becomes a nice, comfortable guard, particularly with these deep finger grooves. Your hand really locks right in there. This is a full 4-finger grip. It's very comfortable, even with the clip in there. It doesn't really bother you. And if you were so inclined to do a reverse grip, you can. It's not quite as comfortable on your pinky, but it's still not bad. That's not my thing. I don't fight with knives. I just use knives to cut things. Mostly string and straps and boxes and things like that. But for a $4 knife, I think you can go a lot worse than this. I'm very impressed with the quality on this overall knife. The fit and finish on the blade is nice. It's got a kind of a bead blasted finish on there. Thumb studs are good. Like I said, a smidge longer than I like, but stepped, comfortable. They're not going to drag. There's no burrs, and they're not going to catch anything. Overall, solid design. I just don't think this is G10. It feels like aluminum to me. So the fact that they call it that does bug me slightly. But these are things that were made in overseas, so maybe there was some miscommunication. Who knows? Maybe it was an honest mistake as opposed to duplicity. So far, I've been very impressed with the overall quality of the Ozark Trail items, the flashlights, and the knives. And particularly on a low-end budget. If you're looking for a beater knife that doesn't look quite like a beater knife, this could be what you're looking for. They have like 5 or 6 different varieties now of knives available at Walmart, all in the Ozark Trail line. So go there and check it out. You might find something you want to throw in a toolbox or into an EDC bag and not have to worry about it and just have it there when you need it. The kind of thing that you can buy multiples of them. If you lose them, you're not going to bat an eye. So yeah, I'm impressed with the overall design and shape and everything. I'm a little distressed about the fact that I don't think this is G10. But I think it is a nice design, and at the price point, I don't think you can beat it.